Kristi, hello.
Hi, how are
I'm good.
you?
How are you doing today?
Wonderful, thank you. It's so nice
I
to
know,
meet
and your
you.
flowers. Whoa, those are
Thank
gorgeous.
you. I figured I'd make a nice little over here on the side. They're not real, but they're beautiful.
So beautiful. I thought they were. They look so gorgeous. So tell me, where do you live? Where are you coming from?
I am coming to you from the Dominican
Say
Republic.
what? How fun is this?
Yes. Uh-huh. So yeah, I'm super excited about this because when I watched you with in the whole process with Evan, I was one of the beta book readers as well, and then I watched the video of how you started it with him, and he's like 8 weeks, no, 8 days, and I'm like, wow. And so yeah, momentum, he got it, and now I understand where the cover of the comic came from.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's magic. It's been such a
So
magical experience working with Evan. So magical working with so many other people bringing their books through. So let's do that. Let's bring your book through today, and let's help you bring it through fast because I like fast. That's the energy I like to work
okay,
in. Also, I have all of my magical stones on today. We're just gonna acknowledge I am like dripping in lapis today. So we got lapis all
nice.
over, bringing in magic for you. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna
Okay.
start off with my channeling bowl. We're gonna just sound it in, bring in the light, and then we're gonna do the sacred creative process. Okay. So you're gonna take a deep
Okay.
breath in. We're just going to hold this space for you. We're going to clear the energy. We're going to activate light. We're going to allow your nervous system to be super calm and create a space of safety. So just breathing in, breathing out. Do one more. We're just going to bring in this warm, beautiful, like the warmth of the sun, allowing that warmth just kind of blanket your whole being, grounding you into the earth. There we go. So now what I want you to do is you're going to picture with me this divine light right above the crown of your head. We're going to breathe the light in. It's just going to clean us out so we can channel better. So we're going to breathe the light in.
Okay.
We're going to let the light move through our bodies from the top of our heads. It's going to clean. It's going to clear. It's going to clear out any blocks. It's going to activate an opening for receiving. We're going to invite the light to move all the way down. It's going to move through the soles of your feet into the earth. We're going to breathe one more light in. And this one, we're going to activate all of your gifts. So all of your intuition, all of your gifts of seeing, hearing, feeling, knowing, we're going to activate them with this light. And then we're going to allow the light to move all the way out your feet, up through your toes. And it's going to create a beautiful shield of light around you. And we're going to seal it back up at your toes. And this light is going to infuse and insulate you with light. So now we're going to call in our team, our spiritual team. So we're going to invite all of our angels, all of those who are assigned to support you and this message, this book. We're going to invite them in. This is your board of directors. This is your spiritual board of directors. We're going to invite them all in to come and sit with us, to support us, to hold the book in and through the divine light, that they come and be present. And then we're going to just prep to receive. So we're going to ask that light will touch our ears, that we spiritually hear what needs to be heard, that light will touch our third eye, so we'll have access to all of our spiritual gifts. The light will cleanse our lips, that we speak only what needs to be spoken. Take a deep breath in. How does that feel? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Feels good.
So now we're like in this space. So now we get to invite your book. So what's fun about not knowing you is like I don't know anything about you. So that means we get to let the book show us what it really is without any preconceived
Okay.
ideas, right? So we're going to ask your book to come in. I'm going to keep my eyes closed for a second just so I can see it. You're welcome to close your eyes and see if you can see it as well. We're going to invite your book to come in through the divine light, to come and sit with us. Okay. So it was interesting. It was like a little bit like like we were in space, like a black hole, and then it got slingshotted forward, like a slingshot. So just like it was almost like it pulled back, pulled back, pulled back, and then it was straight through. And so now it's like we got to catch it. So we're just bringing it right here, right now. And does that mean anything to you? What is that? What do you feel about that entrance?
Um, that what it says to me is that usually when I get an idea, like I want to, I'm all about implement. A lot of people are like, well, let's think about it. And I'm like,
Let's
let's
go.
let's do it. Let's get it done. So so yeah, maybe that's what came to my mind when you said like the here it is, and then it's like slingshot, and it's like phew. So that's what came to my mind the
Yeah,
most there.
yeah, that makes sense. That feels good because it felt like it was also kind of like um the energy was like right before you go up on a roller coaster, right? Like you're like, oh no, oh
Mm-hmm.
no, oh no. And then whew, it was kind of like the pullback of the slingshot was like anticipation, anticipation, and then it was like boom. It
Mm.
was just like so fast, right?
And those are my favorite kind of roller coasters too. Have you ever been on one where it's like, it launches you up to the top? I love that.
I can't do those. It scare the crap out of me. But that's exactly how this book is like showing up. It's saying enjoy the ride and the anticipation because as soon as it comes through, it's going to come so fast. Okay, so like it's like enjoy all
Mm-hmm.
the pieces of it coming to you. So with that, we're going to invite your book to sit on this altar between our hearts, right? And we're going to invite it to share with us. The question that I'm hearing is, what's blocking it from coming through? So there's something that's blocking it from slingshotting through into your life because you're such a, like you said, you're such an implementer, you're such a bring it to earth kind of human. Let's find out what's holding back this slingshot. So we're going to invite your gifts of seeing, hearing, feeling, knowing to be pulled all the way up to the surface. And we're going to land in our hearts and we're going to ask to be shown where is it somewhere in your body? Is it an energetic thing? There's something that that's blocking it. Thank you for being here with us in this beautiful, sacred book channeling session. And if you felt the stir in your heart that it is time for you to write your book, then I am so excited to tell you that I am going to give you my sacred creative process that allows authors to channel their books. Just click the link below in the description and you will have immediate access to learning the tools on how you will channel your book. Okay, so tell me if this resonates with you, okay?
Okay.
Is there something that, let me see, it's really hard for me to sometimes put it into words. So let me find my words for a second. I gotta find my feet. There's something like this. It's like when we're little and we're taught, you can have your dessert after you eat your dinner. You can have your reward after you've done your chores. There's something like the book is your dessert. And there's something that's telling you you don't get to do it yet. Like you have to accomplish something or do these certain things, and then you can do the book. Does that resonate at all?
A little in the sense of maybe like I have, so many different things on the quote unquote stove at the moment that maybe the idea of putting that on the stove at the same time right now is kind of, all right, the burners are full. So maybe that could be what is holding it, blocking it, or holding it back.
And it feels like your book is saying like that it's here to bring pleasure into your life. Like it's not a to-do, and it's not going to
Mm-hmm.
add weight into your body. It's going to actually like be a place of rest. It's going to be a place of like of freedom. Like this book gets to be a place of freedom. So can you feel how as soon as we shift that, something shifts in the heart? Can you feel that a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So what are you hearing? What are you feeling right now?
So I have written a book
Okay.
before, and so and I have come an idea of started putting together the concept of a book with other young people, a compilation, because I work with
That's
youth.
cool.
And so this compilation is to show um, that it doesn't matter how young you are, like these young people are using their voice to make a positive change in the world. Where I'm where I'm blocked, and maybe this is kind of is is the is the title,
Mm-hmm.
and you know nothing really quite sits with me yet, and I know that there's all of these other things going on, and trying to make the time to do all of that and get all of these together so that it really makes a huge impact on young people today. Because my first book was meant to show, you know, successful people today who through adversity have made who created success in their
Yeah.
life, and showed lessons that, you know, you're not your worth isn't just based on what you see on social media. And now the idea is to show that young people take the stigma off of the negative of social media and show how the other youth are using social media to make a huge impact in the world.
Mm.
And so I feel that how to get it out, I'm having, I'm blocked on the organization
Yeah.
of it. I know,
Okay.
so maybe we can kind of feel
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm. So let's fill it. Let's fill
And
into. Let's see if there's a message for the book because like technically wise, this is something I do at Freedom House all the time. I work with compilation books
mm-hmm,
and I teach authors, like all the different authors, how to channel their chapters, right? So like this technically
mm-hmm,
there's a whole system that would support you that we do. But it feels like I want to take this idea and we're going to wrap it in light and put it here. And instead I want to ask the book, what message does it have for you? Like what gift is it here to bring? Because while we're here on this session, there's
mm,
like a gift that the book's going to bring. So we cleared off the block of like, this is like another thing on the stove. And instead, like, this is just a massive gift for you instead of like another pot on the stove that doesn't have enough burners. We're going to instead bring this in as like, this is a burner inside of you. This is a fire inside of you. And as you bring this book through, it's going to light fire everywhere you go. It's going to light fire and passion and all the different things. So now that we've kind of brought that to the surface, we're going to ask your book to show us if there's a message, if there's a vision, if there is something that your book would like to speak to you about. We're going to invite your book to do that now. So I'm going to sit and you're going to sit and we're going to see if we can hear something. Okay, so here's what I hear. I don't know if you read these books when
Okay.
you were a teenager, but when I was, okay, I was like 12 or something, but there were these books called Choose Your Own Adventures. Do you remember these books? Yeah,
Mm,
they're my
yes.
favorite. I loved them. So what I'm seeing is there's an opportunity with all these different authors. The reader gets to choose their own adventure. So there's something about the author of a chapter. They get to lead the reader into some sort of an adventure with them. So, I mean, I'm barely grasping kind of what you're saying, but so if this fits, then this is what I'm feeling is like, if this person is doing this good on the earth through social media, they are going to give a challenge or an adventure for the reader to join with them in this mission that they're doing. So the reader gets to read all these different kind of like adventure type. I mean, adventure is kind of not the right word, but you get what I'm saying. It's like an experience.
Yeah. It's it's very odd that you said that because I think it was last week I was having this conversation. I'm trying to remember where on the choose your own adventure. And like I literally had this conversation and where did it go? And wouldn't it be cool to get books like that back out with the choose your own adventure? And my thought was maybe I should like research like what in the marketing, like what where did it go, like did something go wrong that they were discontinued to see if it like honestly I swear I and it's when you is when as soon as you said that like I got goosebumps.
It makes me so happy. How fun is this? Isn't this the funnest?
Oh my god. Yeah. Good morning, Nina. I
Oh,
see Nina
Nina,
here.
good
um
morning.
I literally, yeah, like when that came out of your mouth I'm like whoa. And then all of a sudden my wheels started
Yeah.
turning because I have said that multiple times. And I think that was one of the things that I was thinking that came to me and it came back. It's been coming back a while now, but for whatever reason, I can't remember who I had this conversation with, but it was like, wouldn't it be cool to just do that as a choose your own adventure? I think it was the young girl I did alive on is I did interviews for each of their each young person that's in the thing and she loves writing and she loves Sherlock Holmes and stuff like that. And I'm like, that would be so cool to do a choose your own adventure on in her writing because she's already published the 3 books.
Wow.
And yeah, she's 15. Yeah. So I mean, these are extraordinary young people who, but the important part is they started from one point and they started with one concept or one idea, one interest, and they're all so different that just getting highlighting that so other young people can see
Yeah.
the difference that they can make, and it's not the be seen and not heard. That I mean young people's voices today should be so loud and so proud, and just bringing that awareness out, which is why this is so important to make sure that I get it right. We get it
Yeah.
right.
So this is the message, okay? The message is this. You've already received it. You've already seen it. You've already been given it. I got to just be a witness for you, right? Like this is where you go. The biggest struggle is that piece, the piece of getting it right. The book is already written.
Mm,
There's no getting it wrong. The only time it's going
right.
to feel like it's wrong is when you get stuck here. But if you
Mm,
can open up your heart, and this is the phrase that's been coming to me is full heart, full trust. Open heart, full trust. You're going to open your heart and you're going to trust that this book is already written. So there's no getting it wrong if you can just receive
mm,
it. So
right.
the choose your own adventure is very loud. Like I saw like someone leading people and like all these different pathways of adventures. So feel into this and know that like you were spot on. The book is just showing you, yes, you got it, Kristi.
My God. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Like That is huge. That is
Yeah.
huge. I just couldn't figure out why that kept on coming back up so much in my life these past, past couple months. And then just to be talking about it last week, I was like, and now to hear you say it, like it makes sense now. It makes sense.
So here's this is what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing is that this is lost. This is lost. This is a lost art for children. Like the whole like choose your own adventure, like create adventure, create life. Like it's like something got I'm being shown like something got disconnected. Imagination got disconnected somewhere along the lines for children nowadays. And so what you're activating in them it's something that you received as a child. It's something that I received as a child, right? Like I think like my best friends were the spiders that lived in the bush next to my swing, right? Like this was my best friend, right? So there was something that got lost for children nowadays that you're going to bring back to the surface through this book and showing them that they get to choose their own adventure in life. They get to be the creators of the life that they want to live. They have a choice.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mind is just racing
This
right
is so
now.
fun. This is so fun. So ready? We're gonna take you though. We're gonna take you into your heart. Okay. So I wish I was in your house, because if I was in your house, this is what I would do with you. Okay. Is I would take my left hand, I would put it on their front heart, and my right hand on your back heart. So I want you to feel like I'm right there, and I want you to feel that like my hands are right on your heart, and we're gonna drop you straight into your heart, and we're gonna invite your heart to show you that it already has the information here. And it's just needing to come out your arms. So I want you to look at the distance from the mind all the way to the fingertips and from the heart to the fingertips. Do you see it's a much shorter distance from the heart to the fingertips? I want you to feel that if you can bring this book through from the heart, it's going to come through so much faster. And you, oh my gosh, like your heart is so big. And your heart, the love that comes from you, holds these authors, these teenage authors, these young children. Your heart is this space that holds them. And that's why they're able to do the work that they do.
I love it. Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah,
you can really feel it.
You're so powerful and so magnificent. And I want you to feel that you hold the space for this book. You are the safe place for them, that they get to put their stories in this book with you so that they get to go out and make that difference.
Wow. I'm so excited for them.
I can't wait. I mean, I have 5 kids. I'm like, let's get this book out. I want my kids to read it. Come on, let's do this.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. 5 children. God bless you.
It's a wild circus over here. I literally have one kid right here dancing in front of my window. Good job, Beck. It's just circus all day long.
Love it.
Okay, so what I want to do is your book is asking you to show you your book wants to show you when it wants to be complete. So I want you to ask to be shown, when is this book going to be complete? The date will show up like a movie in front of your eyes. You're going to either hear it in your ears. When is this book going to be done being written?
I just keep on coming through with like Christmas time.
Yeah.
Because it will be a
Shoot, we're breaking up. Hold on, our internet is struggling. Let's pour some light to the internet. We're going to pour some light to the internet because we are not getting a clear reception. Can you hear me right now? Okay, you're back. You're back.
Okay. So I know Christmas time isn't a date. I know it's a time period.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
So can I tell you what I saw? Because I think it'll help. So I
Yeah.
saw immediately 1222, 1222, 22. Those were the numbers I
Ooh.
saw. So December 22nd, 2022. Okay. Which is like magical because twos are the angel number of magic and miracles. So yes, we'll take that date. So here's the thing. If that means it's going to go into the world on 12/22/2020, it means we got to write it in the next 4 weeks. Yeah, we
Okay.
got this. I mean, Evan wrote his book in 5 days. We can do this. Come on. We can do this. 4 weeks. We
Absolutely.
can do this.
It's not necessarily me. It's
Yeah.
it's it's
Yeah.
getting those young
But
people
you know,
to.
here's the thing is that they're closer to the river of creation, right? Young people are
Yeah.
so tapped in, it's not going to take them a long time. Okay. So I'm going to message you. We'll figure out, let's set up a different call and I can talk to you about how to support authors in a book. Okay. Because
Okay.
we
I
do
would
it all the
love
time,
that.
right? Like I have 2 collaboration books happening right now. So like, it's just, there's a way to hold them.
It's interesting because, when I listened to your interview with that you were doing with Evan, and then you said how your publishing house is all about, real world, heartfelt books, inspirational books. I was like, well, maybe that's where, it needs to go. And then I was like, okay, so let me get on this. And then I said, so I really would love to speak
Okay.
to you about that as well, because I think that guidance in that, because the first one I did was
Mm-hmm.
self-published, and I gave myself a year, and from the year I said, I published it that next year. So I'm a
Yes, you are.
doer.
Yes, I like it. Those are my favorite, right? I like to play with fire. Fire gets some beautiful things done, right? So I want you to feel
Yes.
into the magic that's here, the message that came through, and the date. The date is here. So I will set up a time where you and I can actually talk about how you bring a collaboration book together. But right now, um, let's see if there's anything else. Okay, so so your book literally just came up from behind you and picked you up. Like, all right, let's go.
Oh
Like
my
literally
God.
pulled you up off the seat. So that's the final message. The book is like, all right, let's go, sister. Let's do this, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna thank your book for being here. So we're just gonna wrap this magnificent book in so much love. We're going to invite your spiritual team to go out and gather every single author that needs to be in this book, the ones whose stories are going to impact the world with
Mm-hmm.
transformation, that are going to activate the youth nowadays, getting their fire alive,
Mm-hmm.
their gifts brought to the surface, their passions brought through. And we're just going to wrap you in so much golden magic, as your heart is just so big. And you are here to do such big things. So thank you for sharing your heart with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to share it with you. And that is, I'm so excited. I still have, like, you could, if you could my heart is so full right now because of what you said, and and that you came first thing out with choose your own adventure. I was like, no. I'm like, no. Like, it just, yeah. So I thank you so much. This has been such an experience, so much
Right?
fun. And
The
I look,
funnest. I could do this
yeah,
all day.
like,
This is what I do all day. This is why
mm,
I work. I love
mm.
this with all of my heart. So I just am so grateful. I'm so grateful that we got to meet. I'm so grateful that our paths have crossed and that I can be in Idaho, you can be on the other side of the world, and we can be here in all this
Right?
magic. So thank you. Thank you everyone who is here for participating. 12/22, my friend. This book will be here.
Thank you so
Hey,
much.
have a
Thank
beautiful
you.
day.
Talk to
Bye,
you
hon.
soon.
If you loved this video, then I invite you to come over with me right here and watch a few more of my book channeling sessions. Join me as I sit with authors and we channel through books that are here to transform humanity. I think you're going to love them.